Hello and welcome to the Designer Market Update. Today is Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. This is going to be something of an intraday update. It can be challenging to sometimes come up with an update right when the market closes. That's just the nature of how things are, at least for right now. Okay, taking a look at the market. So Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin, around $96,700 if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's about where it's at. And the network hash rate is over 800 with hash prices at about 56. So Bitcoin's down quite a bit. It had been up quite a bit yesterday, as I recall. So, I think we're going to see volatility in the price of Bitcoin. I will say, however, that as I've alluded to before, I think it's going to be very meaningful and important for the Bitcoin mining sector, for the price of Bitcoin to not just close above $100,000 a coin here and there, but to rather close decisively, permanently, hopefully, above $100,000 a coin, stay there, and ideally, slowly but surely, gradually move up in price. Now, that does not admittedly affect hash prices, which if you've been around the Bitcoin mining sector for any length of time, you know that is the most important metric, or at least certainly one of the most important metrics as it relates to the profitability or potential profitability of a Bitcoin mining company. If we see the price of Bitcoin skyrocketing, I would like to believe that we'll see Bitcoin mining stocks trading in sympathy with that. But if hash prices remain kind of depressed at around $56 a petahash, and we continue to see the network hash rate grow, right, thus putting downward pressure on hash prices, right, unless the price of Bitcoin really goes on a tear, we're just kind of in a situation where it's a little bit tricky, right? It's challenging for Bitcoin mining companies to generate dramatic amounts of, useful, net profitability oriented revenue, if you want to call it that, when hash prices are, so depressed that it makes it hard to actually turn a profit, right? Now, with all of that said, as of right now, at least, we have, they're not gold, silver, or metal, but rather the turtle position. I have to play with this, right? This is the stock that's down the least, at least as of right this moment, is Argo Blockchain, followed by Iris Energy, and then, of course, rounding out is Riot, which of course owns 20% of Bitfarms. Every Bitcoin mining stock is down. The rock bottom position today happens to be Bitdeer. Bitfarms is not really faring all that well, right, at about $1.68 a share. We've really kind of been stuck, right, in this roughly, let's call it $1.68, $1.80, $1.90, right? We've kind of been in this quagmire for a while. I don't know that will change absent there being something pretty significant either on the macro front, right? Hey, something that's going to be really, really positive for Bitcoin mining or Bitcoin in general. And then we see the price of Bitcoin go up, thus lifting, right, shares, hopefully, right, of Bitfarms as well as every other company in the sector. And or if we have a situation where, Bitfarms itself, right, as an entity, as a corporate entity, comes out with some really meaningful news about, hey, we've really caught up with our goals. We're expanding our hash rate capacity. Things are on track to really try to hit some of these milestones that we had previously anticipated hitting in late 2024. But now in 2025, we're actually making tremendous progress towards reaching those milestones. I think if something like that were to happen on a relatively decent day in the market, we could see shares of Bitfarms in particular re-rate to above $2 a share. I'd like to believe that's possible, right? I know some individuals have mentioned, hey, there's a lot of short selling out there. There's a lot of price manipulation. I hear you. But I still feel quite strongly, though, that at least in the case of Bitfarms, we do need to see some performance, right, on the execution front, show that we're back on track, right, to reaching these milestones. And then I think we'll start to see the stock re-rate itself. By the way, somebody asked me to add Soluna to the dashboard, which I did, SLNH if I'm not mistaken, and they're actually in the third spot. You know what? I think I may have misspoken before. I'm not sure if that auto refreshed while I was chatting here, but Soluna now is in the third spot for today. So yeah, hey, if you follow Soluna, let me know in the comment section. I'm kind of intrigued to learn more about the company. Haven't really heard too much about them. So if you have any insights, just share them. I'd love to hear them. Hey, let's close with a quote that I'm going to share from a fortune cookie message. And I thought this was quite good. Change your thoughts and you change your destiny. Change your thoughts and you change your destiny. It can sound a bit cheesy, but if you follow through on that, I think there's something to it. Okay, my friend, until we see each other again, let's stay positive, let's be great, and yeah, we'll hopefully see each other tomorrow.